World Flying Disc Federation 2024 World Team Disc Golf Championship, hosted by Mundaring Sporting Club Disc Golf, would like to acknowledge the support of event partners World Flying Disc Federation and Australian Disc Golf. Major sponsors: Government of Western Australia, Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries, Lottery West, the Shire of Mundaring, and RAD, Recreation, Activity, Design. Thank you and enjoy the coverage.
Thank you for joining us, Park Media fans. We are back here at World Flying Disc Federation's World Team Disc Golf Championships, try saying that fast, which was in November of 2024, held at Mundaring Disc Golf Course in Perth, Western Australia. I am Jason Weedon and I'm joined by, first of all, my favourite guy to commentate with, Matty Faz. How are you, Matty?
I'm good, very good. Thank you, Jace.
That's good. We got there eventually. Well, it is exciting because we have also been joined by Great Britain team member Clare Hussey. Thank you for joining us, Huss.
You are welcome. Should I put on my northern accent from England for today?
No.
Or should I just stick to my new accent?
No, you shan't.
That is brilliant. And the reason you're joining us is because we're at Great Britain versus Japan, and we're going to pick this one up a couple of holes in. As you can see the scores on the board. What's happening early, Huss?
Well, we've played 2 holes. The singles went one up to Rika Tsukamoto, and in the doubles we're all square. So myself and Ben Holding square against Manabu and Minii Iida.
So it's all happening. We're going straight into hole 9, which is the third hole. It's a par 3, 95 metres. It looks like standard hole 18. I recognise this one. What have we got? OB, hazard. What have we got here, Huss?
Yeah, we've got some OB on the right and a kind of island around the basket there. So you've kind of got to make a choice whether you're going to go for the island or you're going to lay up and just play for par. Yeah, so at this point we were just having a bit of a hoo-ha about the last hole just because there was a bit of uncertainty about some OB. The caddy book was a little bit unclear, so Rachel played a provisional. So yeah, we just had to do a bit of faffing. I was sending pictures to the TD there. We had to wait for an answer from them, and yeah, so it was a bit of faff before this hole.
Yeah, nothing like some caddy book drama for the TD to enjoy on match day.
I must say, I mean, I've seen some good kits getting around in this, but that is one of the better ones. The Team Great Britain polo. The big line on the front. That is fierce.
Yeah.
I like it.
Big and bold.
And she's opted with the tucked-in shirt and the high pants there as Rachel.
Yep, Rachel showing off her extraordinarily long and powerful legs, which help her game remarkably, I must say.
Yeah, I bet they do. And how aggressive is Rika going to get here? This is the singles for the ladies.
Yeah, so one hole up.
Ooh, good form.
Yeah, just got a smooth action. So yeah, I think she's just safe there, just short of OB. It's a bit hard to see from the angle, but I think she's good. So now it's whether Rachel wants to push it a bit more. It is quite, 95, but it is quite uphill. So it is a little bit of a risk going for it. So she might just...
Yeah, it looks like a layup.
Going to match her.
Yeah, and being one down obviously has an effect on your decision there. That's the match play coming into it? Was that something she'd usually go for, Rachel, do you think? Or
yeah, it is interesting to bring that side of things into it, just putting pressure on every throw, whereas, you're a bit more relaxed in normal play. Rachel might have gone for that normally. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't know her game quite well enough. But Manabu has definitely gone for it there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers will be familiar with Manabu Kajiyama. Was once the highest rated player on the planet. And then I think the PDGA figured out their rating systems across an international matrix and things leveled out a little more. But Yeah, I should have checked what he's rated these days. I'll have a look when I get a moment.
So Huss's partner Ben holding that is a head of hair.
That
I think
is a-
we all know I love a head of hair. Now that is solid from Ben. He's a big, strong lad too. By the look of it.
Yeah, he does a lot of work on his form, so he's very precise with his throwing, and he's said anything Manabu can do, I can do nearly as good. Not quite as close though.
He
but
made that 110 metres of uphill distance look pretty easy. Looking forward to seeing what else Ben can do later in the round.
Yeah, for those of you who haven't checked out any of the previous videos, so
Basket high shot there from Rika.
we have a little indicator up the top next to the player's name. That tells you where they sit in the contest. As you can see, Rachel's one hole down at the moment. The little tab next to it in the black, with the black surround, is to tell you that this is her second shot. So that'll allow you to follow. Certainly allows us to follow what's going on as well.
Yeah, think OTB skins. Instead of winning cash per hole, you win a point that will, or points that will accumulate over the course of the round.
So Rachel's landed her second shot super close, which has put pressure here on Rika. She needs to sink this to not lose the hole, which she's done nicely.
Wonks it in. Big old smile. Reverse parked.
Why
Early
not?
days.
Took her time.
Yeah, downhill putt.
Yeah, nose was nicely down too.
And that one wouldn't have even needed the changes. Just straight into the bucket.
She even braves the downhill run to the basket. She could have face planted into there, but good footwork too.
Bit of a size discrepancy between the two singles ladies there, isn't there?
Just a bit.
Probably 2 feet. Right, Claire.
Ooh, yep. I
That's
did
not
not take a lesson from Rika. My nose was not down enough.
Yeah, so the hole going to Japan there. So one up in both at the moment is Japan.
Yeah, who would you say was going into this one as favourites, Huss?
I would say it was pretty even going in. Yeah, good spread of a good range of ratings across the board. Obviously, we were going in thinking, let's take this, but I'm sure they were going in the same thoughts.
Okay. So this one's normal hole 1, playing as hole 4 today. It's a par 4, downhill the whole way. Big open shot to start with, and then depending on where you land will dictate how you approach through a pretty gettable tunnel. Really fun starting hole when it's used as one. I'm sure the players will enjoy throwing it as hole 4.
And we've got OB all down the left-hand side, just sort of following on from this tree line, which is why you'll see a lot of people pushing to the right there.
Yeah, Rika stays very safe there. Tidy.
Very happy with that.
Right, now let's get a look at Rachel's full power after seeing her lay up the last hole. Effortless distance
Sent.
there.
Yeah, it really
Absolutely
uses
sent.
that slingshot arm, keeping it low, because
She's a
it's quite downhill there as well.
really compact form, Rachel.
Iida gets a bit too much air, but comes back pretty centrally in the end.
And what are you throwing here, Huss?
I'm throwing my boatman there.
Ooh, west side disc?
Yeah. Sort of risking a little bit of the OB edge or the trees. You don't really want to get stuck behind a tree, even if you're not OB.
Yeah, every shot going well, getting well left.
All right, Manabu attacking here.
It's a nice flight on it, wasn't it?
Yeah, didn't do enough to beat those trees at the end there. I don't think they'll have a putt for the 3. Go back to the singles here. Rika will be looking to get to the mouth of the gap. It's over that OB green.
That is pretty good.
That's a nice position. She'll have a little flick forehand in from there, I think.
Another look at Ben. I did promise him that I would get my hair done the same if we won the event. Thankfully, we didn't.
That would have been good.
You
But
like sideburns,
how's that
Huss?
How's that for piping through a gap?
That was
an
a
absolute
magnificent
ripper.
shot. Oh, I'm going to enjoy watching the rest of Ben's round after that one.
Rachel just showing a bit too much
Yeesh.
underside there, and unfortunately he's gone OB.
All right, this really opens the door for Rika to increase her lead now. Just has to pop this one up.
Pop it over that giant grass tree.
That is a big one. You don't see too many human-sized ones.
She's gone around.
It's definitely bigger than Rika herself, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely shot.
Wow.
Oh, dear.
It's getting right in the way. So, Huss, we've spoken, obviously, to a lot of the Australian players about what an honour it is to play for Australia. What sort of honour and what did it mean to you to be able to represent your native Great Britain?
Well, it was a pleasure. I have represented Great Britain in ultimate frisbee before, and also Australia. And yeah, I hadn't originally planned to go to world teams. I didn't try out for the Australian team. Just was having a little rest, and then Great Britain got in touch because they needed a few players that were a bit short. They only had Rachel and Elva on the FPO side of things, and I thought, oh, go on then. And yeah, I was really glad I did because it was such a great event, and yeah, I might eventually one day get to tick 2 countries and 2 sports off. Who knows?
That would be great.
A lot of people get to say they've done that.
And we shouldn't go by without mentioning much better putt that time around.
Yeah, I actually got that one in.
Cut to the chase. Hair salon bring us the next hole, which is standard hole 2. It's a par 3, 90 metres. It's straight across this golf fairway. Doesn't look like there's a hell of a lot of trouble that you can get into. So this one quite birdieable by the look of it.
Yeah, it could be a birdie or bust hole, these, and I really like these type of holes in match play.
So Rika with a 2-shot lead now over Rachel Turton.
That one's just fading out a little early.
Yeah, so obviously you can choose which side you want to go of that central tree.
Can she get there, Rachel? I reckon she can.
Will hold the line.
Flip nicely.
Absolutely she can.
Oh, that is
It's parked.
and a reverse parked.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
Oh.
That was on a rope the entire way to the basket. She walked off on it. She's
Yeah, look at
that's
that.
enough. Don't need to watch that one. I know where that's going. Wow. The arrogance.
Straight to the
Love it.
bullseye.
And yeah, that's the other thing. So with the doubles in match play, you have to choose who's going to take which tee shot before you start the round. You have to nominate. That's the word. Ben choosing to go left there around that tree. Nice and wide.
So do you give each other a copy of each team's plan?
That's
basically?
right. Yeah, you have to at the start of the match compare what you've got down and make sure you know who's playing which hole, so that you're not putting somebody on too many tee shots.
Yeah, and you can't adjust it on the fly depending on how the game's going,
Exactly.
obviously.
Yeah.
And will you alter any strategy and look at the opposite team's plan throughout the round, or is it just FYI sort of stuff?
Well, you can't adjust who's doing which tee shot, so it's just
But
once you've made
you
a
might play
decision.
a certain hole knowing that, okay, this person's going to be taking the next tee shot. Does that come into it at all, or am I overthinking
I
things?
think you're overthinking things one hole at a time, Maddie. One
What's
hole
going
at a
on
time.
here?
Oh, he was just checking who was further out for the putt. So this is for par for Rika, her third shot.
Ooh, a bit wobbly.
Rika's got a bit of buffering action before her putt, doesn't she?
We get another putt from Huss here.
Another downhiller.
Yeah,
go.
dialed in.
Smooth as butter, that
Dialed
putt.
in.
And so this is to tie the hole. Their second shot. Japan's second shot.
Minii.
Oh, Huss with the pressure on.
Yeah, I don't really know what happened there. Just a bit high.
Just came out of it right.
Bit right, yeah.
And an excellent birdie from Rachel.
Yeah, very deserving to win that hole after that tee shot.
Certainly. So the putter of Huss taking that one off the Japanese. As we go to standard hole 3, which is now I would say 6th hole. It's a par 3. It's 87 metres. What's the sort of trouble they're dealing with here, Huss?
Well, I didn't like this hole. I think in the practice round, those trees off the tee got in my head, both that one on the left and the right. So you've got to obviously get through there first. Not trouble for most people, but it got in my head. And then on the left, you've got the golf green up the hill. And then it kind of fades down towards the basket. But, yeah, there's not too much trouble on this hole, to be honest.
A bit of pressure back on Rika here.
It's going to fade back.
Yeah,
Here
beautiful
it
shape.
comes. This is a good battle, isn't it? Singles.
Yeah. She just left herself a little short there. There we go. That's me trying to avoid the trees and landing in a grass tree.
About 40% from you there.
There was definitely something in your head there, I reckon.
Pure terror. Yeah. Not even a bus shelter in sight.
Rightfully so. They have no place being on a disc
No,
golf
that's
course.
right. It's
They
an
don't, do they?
all-time parked highlight, that one.
But yeah, good to see Ben getting up close and personal with that grass tree.
Haircut kind of reminds me of those grass trees for some reason. Can't quite put my finger on
It's
why.
either that or John Daly, the golfer.
Yeah, yeah.
So Rika needs to get this one in.
Oh, it's coming. Oh,
I think it's the way those. Would you call them leaves? Or what would you call those things?
Yeah, fronds, I think.
yeah, fronds, blades.
Blades. What was that other word you just used?
Fronds.
Fronds.
Yep.
I'll add that one
Spike.
to the vocabulary. Thank you, guys. Oh, Manabu hunting chains. Just pushes it right. Rach with another look for a 2 here.
Yeah, 2 holes in a row here. Could be. A little low out of the hand. Yes, this commentary box was dead quiet then. So I couldn't pick up off us what had happened. But that's a make, and that's forces another tie, or is it? A slight mistake on the last one. And the correction's made.
What are you putting there, Huss?
My putter was, at that point, I believe the Douglas Fir from AGL.
Mm-hmm.
Now a rare item as they've stopped manufacturing all their old discs. They've moved to a different manufacturer now, so they've got a bunch of new discs out.
Okay, so we get into hole 4, which is hole 7 on this layout. It's another par 3 here. Coming out of the trees, some other trees, needs no explanation. Similar shot shape to the last hole, wanting something pretty straight, crashing it into that left to right sloping green.
Oh, yeah. Shot, Rachel.
I'll tell you what, Rachel's getting off the tee very nicely at the moment.
looking pretty dialed.
Yeah, so about 9 meters there for Rach. Let's see if Rika, who seems to have a little bit of a disadvantage when it comes to distance, so you can try to make this 100 meters here. That was going to come out a little early. Yeah, so it looks like Rika will be relying on her short game if she wants to win this one.
Here we go, Huss. What are we thinking?
Well, we're just thinking it's not the last hole, so everything's fine. And that's
it's
how you
not.
throw a frisbee straight.
That is a lot better. Wonderful.
So yeah, just short of where Rachel's made it to.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've got a partner to do the
We
putting, so I
haven't
don't need to
seen
worry about
much
that.
of his putting, Ben. How is he go as a putter?
He's a good putter. Yeah, I think it's just the way that it's worked out in the order. I think he took the first couple of tees that we missed, and then I've had a few more sets left.
It's a nice shot from
I love
Manabu.
Yeah, needs nothing more than a mid-range there. He's at circle's edge.
Yeah, so this whole, the Awareness for Wellness Project, men's health not-for-profit organisation based in Perth, WA, sponsoring this hole. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, we appreciate all our whole sponsors.
Oh, she's gone for a cheeky throw in.
Just landed at the long grass at the base. Did you recognise that disc, Matty?
I did not.
No, neither did I. I just thought you might have.
There's your chance to check out Ben's putting.
Here we go.
And his regrowth by the looks of it. Bit of a high as a putter.
Yeah, high as a putter. Nice and floaty.
Right, we've got Minnie here. Looks like she's putting the Lunas.
Yeah, she definitely is.
Won't be over the moon with that one.
Nah, little left.
Sure, no one's ever said that about Luna. All right, now this is for Rachel to square up the match.
Yeah, back to even. Oh, just coming out low again. That's the last
Yeah.
couple of holes that's done that. She's a little bemused herself. Manabu needs this one, as we've got Great Britain's the dangerous Huss putting next. Oh.
Uh-oh.
You put it in his head.
I did. Commentator's curse. Boom.
The
I'm on
assassin.
Team Great Britain, if you can't tell. Another good finish. And had a sigh of relief there, I reckon, too, was it?
Oh, yeah, always.
Yeah.
Always relieved when I get a putt in.
Sarah Lee was telling us that she was quite nervous before the start of her, and it took her a couple of holes to really loosen up. So,
Okay.
same for you? Or you don't get nervous, Huss?
I do get nervous. I didn't feel nervous in this context. I think because it was so, there was a lot to take in, trying to figure out where to be and how the scoring worked and all that. I'd never played a teams event before.
Slightly longer now at 235 metres. We move to the 8th hole in this contest, which is hole 5 on the Quokka course. And we're straight down the fairway. Basket at the back of the sand scrape, which is always OB. And you can bet your life there's some sort of OB or hazard at the back, is there?
I actually don't think there was on this
Okay.
hole. Yeah, just the stand scrape.
Don't bet your life on it then.
Yeah. Hold all bets.
So this battle's still nice and tight with 2 to go. Rachel's still 1 down. Now the putt's just letting her down a little bit at the moment.
You think they call this one the Quokka layout because it's the most unintimidating of the 3 layouts?
Maybe. Maybe it's endangered.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Oh, I'm not sure if they're endangered, but I think you only find them on Rottnest.
Island, yeah.
Correct. And a must-see destination if you're ever in Western Australia.
Am I thinking of the Quoll, which is
Yeah, I
very
think you're thinking of the
close-
spotted quoll.
Yes,
No, the
okay.
quokka's the one that everyone takes selfies with.
Yep.
Yeah. A toothy little rodent.
Yeah.
Of the
order of rotation. Yeah, it's our favourite order, isn't it?
Right, so Ben holding with the tee shot this time.
Good chance for him to
Wait.
open up and rip.
He's got a powerful rump there, doesn't he, Ben? See where he gets that power from.
It's very to get back to Australian shores. It's very Ryan Michelle form, isn't it?
Yeah. So is his rump, to be honest. Lots of squats. Okay, great shot there. Middles the fairway. Leaves Manabu with a pretty stress-free upshot here, if you want to call it that. It's going to be quite long, but we know he's got distance.
And to get over that Sanskrit, that's a big shot.
Oh, and he flex.
And he's going around the back, but look at it.
It's the aggressive shot.
Steered his way around it.
It's pretty good. I mean, it could have gone a lot worse, couldn't it?
Yeah, I think he left himself a bit short.
Now, Rika for a second. There's not a lot of her, is there? She's only tiny.
Yeah, it's all about form.
Got a good shape.
Had to work around that bend.
Rachel just staying to the right. It's a good spot to attack from.
Doesn't even look like she's got a lot of reach back in her throw, Rachel. She just sort of curls up and pulls through so quickly.
Yeah, she's got a lot of speed through that arm. And yeah, that was just me digging out of the woods that Ben had left me in.
Oh. That's
I
it.
didn't have much else there, but to sort of
And he finds himself in the middle of the fairway. He's a
Yeah.
stranger that works out. in
try
doubles,
again,
isn't it?
Ben. The pressure's on him to get me nice and close, so I don't have to.
He's
Not
done
too
an
much for
okay
putt.
job of it. What's that, about a 9 metre?
About 9, yep.
So I noticed on the back of the Great Britain jerseys, AGL is a sponsor. Or
That's
is-
right.
And you throw a lot of AGL.
I do, yep. So they sponsor me as a player, and they got on board and contributed some cash to the team, and we popped their logo on our shirts as well.
Wonderful.
When's the AGL Clare Hussey signature disc coming out?
Exclusive. It is actually, there is a custom stamp being designed
Wow.
as we speak.
being facetious.
Is this a scoop?
It is actually a scoop. I've only told my mum.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
There's a Park Media first, guys.
You just told another 300 people. So yes, that's we didn't know we were going to get that sort of bombshell. So I can't wait to see that. I'm going to get my own Clare Hussey disc, and I reckon I'll be able to get it signed.
If it's a straight flying putter, I'll take 10.
Depends how many times you call me a traitor on the footage. We'll see.
Not once yet.
No,
that
that's
was
true,
off
actually.
camera.
Shouldn't have mentioned it. So Rika now, her fourth shot.
Takes its time. Flashes in front of the chains. Out from 9 metres.
This is to win the match.
To win the match. This is huge. Oh, yes.
chain.
Straight into the
stroke.
chains. And Ben Holding is absolutely over the moon.
Yep.
Yeah, that never looked like missing Huss.
That was a ripper. So, a win and then another win for Rachel Turton.
That's going to tie things up between the girls.
Yeah, it's close. So the doubles
Doubles is done, yep.
pairing, as we mentioned, 2 up, 1 to play, so they don't play the final hole. We get to hole 9. Only the singles left in this matchup for disc golf. Warehouse bringing us this par 3 of 120 metres. Big hyzer play for the righty backhand.
Yep.
Yeah, you'd have to give Rach the
Yeah, she'd
advantage
have
on
to
this
go in
one.
favourite, wouldn't she?
You would think so. There is OB on the right, those flags you see there.
Skinny. Comes.
Oh, I think that's
Yeah,
danger for
inside
Minnie.
circle.
Pretty good.
She can hold her.
Yeah, at
Putting
120
nerve.
meters.
Yeah, let's see how far Minnie can push. Try and put some pressure on Rachel's putt.
Rika here.
Sorry, Rika.
I know she's small, but it's not her name. Oh, so she's put herself behind a few trees. Just going to have to pull out some magic to really have a chance at taking this off Rachel.
I wonder if she's going to try and toss this one in.
Rachel's still got a decent putt, you'd say, and her putting hasn't been setting the world on fire.
You're not wrong.
Fair point.
Oh, she's going to make her putt first. I like that move.
Yep.
So this is to win for Rachel Turton. Can she find that putting zen?
Just massages her putter with the whale sack there. Okay, she's a little longer than I thought here, probably 9 meters.
Doesn't look like there's a skerrick of wind at this point. The flag's looking pretty limp.
Taking her full allowance of time here. Wants to make sure of this huge putt.
Oh!
Yes, it's in.
Nearly a preemptive celebration, but it's
She-
stuck.
The two fists went in the air and then they came back down, and we just thought we'd wait that one out. So she waits till the last hole to take the lead against Rika, and she's going to putt it out anyway, Rika.
And it's always nice to, because we've got the two matchups on this hole, and then on this card, and then we've got another card behind or in front. We've all joined together here at this point, but it's always nice when both of your matchups have won in this format. You can both feel smug.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's how they finished up. As we saw Rachel Turton getting it done on the last hole in the singles, and in the doubles, Ben Holding and Clare Hussey. Too good for Manabu and Minii from Japan in the doubles. But there was some other matches in the matchup between Great Britain and Japan, and how did they finish up overall, Claire?
We had a singles matchup of Ian McNitter versus Sue Miura. Ian McNitter went down 3, and Sue Miura was up 3. And then doubles James Luton, Adam Keane versus Ko Simmel and Kotaka Shima. They finished up all square. So overall, that was a win.
Wonderful. You must have been feeling chuffed at this point.
Pretty tough.
Highlight of that matchup, apart from your winning putt.
Sorry, what was the question?
What was your highlight of that
The
matchup?
highlight of the match was just every putt that went in.
And yours, Matty Faz, what was your favourite?
Probably Rachel's place job on whatever that was. I can't recall right now.
Yeah, agreed. So thank you for joining us. That was our matchup between Great Britain and Japan. Last time I get that wrong. And we hope you'll join us. We've got plenty more videos from the World Flying Disc Federation World Teams event coming your way from Park Media. Until next time, I've been Jason Wiedner.
I've been Matty Faz.
Claire Hussey.
And we'll see you next time.